The shelves in our refrigerator recently broke, and it's only 12 years old. So I thought to myself, this is something I can fix. They're plastic, and while I could spend a considerable amount of time complaining about the quality of modern appliances, I'm not going to get into that right now. You already know. So what I did is I took my design and CAD skills and made some laser cut metal replacement shelves. I reused the glass part on the shelf that had the plastic frame around it, because the glass is great, the glass is fine, and I just replaced the plastic frame with a metal one. Now, I'm not in the appliance repair business. I have no interest or intention of starting an appliance repair business, but I do believe in basically the idea of fixing all of the cheap, should I say garbage, appliances and things that we are surrounded in everyday life. So I decided rather than buying a new refrigerator, I would just fix the shelves. There's no cost-effective way for me to provide this kit to you physically. It costs me about $60 per shelf just to make it. And a lot of you are probably going to have similar things to fix that are going to be ever so slightly different, and you might need to do little customizations. So with that said, the digital download, you can find the link in the description to my website where you can download it, and there will at least be in that download a DXF file for each part to cut out, and then a bill of materials for all the hardware and all of the parts and what material I recommend cutting those parts out of. I might also include, in some cases, a 3D version of the file, maybe a step version, so that you could import it into your CAD program. I recommend Fusion 360, and then you can stretch it or modify it however you see fit for your application. I'm also, in some cases, happy to help modify the file as needed. Just drop me a line, hit me up at the contact page on my website, and yeah, see if I can help. All right, without further ado, let's get on with how to use this kit and put it together to fix the shelves in your refrigerator. Okay, so you're going to start by downloading the file from my website and opening it up and then uploading the DXF files to a laser cutting service. I'm not going to go over the steps on how to do that. You can easily find those steps from the website that you're going to use. A couple recommendations. Send Cut Send is great for metal parts. I've also used a service called Pinoco.com in the past. And then there's also a rapid sheet metal service, part of the Protolabs family of services. You can also search. A great place to look is a website called 1000 Garages. I believe it's 1K, like the letter K, garages.com. And that's definitely geared towards the hobbyist. Unfortunately, cutting metal parts out of laser, you need to have a fiber laser, which tends to be a very expensive machine. So besides Send Cut Send, I really don't know of many options for cutting out these kind of small to medium-sized metal parts, at least for the consumer. All right, now with that out of the way, let's get on to, once you receive the parts, what you'll do with them. Here is what the parts will look like when you receive them. I recommend starting by sanding the edges of the parts, as the metal edges will be extremely sharp. The stainless steel will take a little bit to get the edges properly broken, and the aluminum will go a lot faster. Once you have the parts totally sanded, you can start test fitting the frame together. I recommend laying all the parts out on a table and testing it with your piece of glass before tightening things down. Here I am laying out the parts. Note that there is a front and a back, so you can see I have the crossbar here, which is the stainless steel parts. Those are both the same, front and back. And then the side rails are the aluminum pieces, and those have an angular cut at the back. This helps leave a gap at the back so that the refrigerator can blow the cold air across, up and down all the shelves. There needs to be a gap at the front and the back of these shelves to make sure that airflow and circulation are good in the refrigerator. These plastic side pieces prevent the glass edges from touching the plastic at any location. That's why they kind of wrap around the corner. Once you have all the parts laid out, and you can then put in the nuts and bolts. I'm using plastic washers just to reduce the amount of metal coming in contact with glass jars and stuff, but you don't have to. I think metal washers would be fine for this. I also chose to use stainless steel quarter 20 screws and nuts, and I'm using nylock locking nuts on the bottom. Tighten those down. Here's the back side. After I turn it around, you can see the puck on the bottom that I'm using to hold the shelf level. I also applied these small double-sided pieces of foam tape. This is just a precaution to help keep the glass off the aluminum rail on the bottom. Ideally, the glass doesn't come in contact with any of the metal because I don't want to risk scratching or breaking the glass. Here's the bottom side. You can see at the front I have the nut and the washer, and then at the back I have the same setup but with that black plastic puck. Again, this puck is used to keep the shelf level in my setup in the refrigerator that I have. Once it's been test fit with the glass, you can remove the coating on the little pieces of foam tape, the top cover, the adhesive liner, if you will, and then apply the glass. I test fit the glass in this before I removed the liner off of the tape. And there it is. It's all done at this point. I'm ready to go inside the refrigerator. And here I am installing it in the refrigerator. I'm providing this shelving kit as a digital download only because the cost of the parts is high enough that I don't really think it's worthwhile for me to try and sell it for a profit. I'm just selling you the digital download, and then you're going to go to whatever service you use. In the digital downloads, I will provide a bill of materials that includes the recommended material to use for each of these parts. You don't have to follow my recommendation, obviously, but this setup worked really well. It's been really durable. We've been using this for months now, and I think it's better quality than the original shelves. And that's how I replaced the broken shelves in my refrigerator. If you found this useful, please do me a favor and click the like and subscribe button, and I will share more repair projects as I do them. This isn't my main focus for this channel, but occasionally when something around the house needs to be fixed and I can do a quick little design in CAD and laser cut part to fix it, that's kind of my forte. So keep those appliances running longer than they were designed to. Reducing the replacement rate of major appliances would be a great impact to both our wallet and the environment. And I hope you agree. Thanks for watching.